What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. Now, with this video, we are jumping into the Swamp Thing issue number 9. And if you haven't been keeping up with Ram vs. the Swamp Thing, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on in this line. And I highly recommend that you do that, because if you haven't been keeping up on this, you are severely missing out on one of the best lines coming from DC Comics right now. Because what we are seeing from this line is Levi Kamali becoming the Green. He is becoming the avatar that is the Swamp Thing. And so newly into his powers, not understanding what the Green really is, not understanding the full extent of it, really being afraid of his powers for the majority of this run so far. In this comic, we are going to see that change, and it is going to change in a very drastic way. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 9, we are picking up deep inside of Prescott. This is the company that Levi helped really take over big parts of the jungle, thinking that it was going to be good business for everyone, thinking that this was the future of his people, not realizing what really lives inside this jungle. He doesn't realize it until the Green becomes a part of him. Now, Harper Pilgrim, the bastard son of Prescott, he's the one that took over this entire company. And right now, he has Miss Reese, Jennifer Reese, right here with him. And she just so happens to be the more or less love interest of Levi Kamali, of the Swamp Thing. But Mr. Pilgrim, he kidnapped her not only to show her everything that he has, but to enlist her help in saving Levi. Or at least that's the pitch that he throws at her. Because right now they're staring at a Swamp Thing. Now this is just the bones, the remnants of a Swamp Thing from past. But it still has small remnants of the Green inside of it. And that is exactly what Mr. Pilgrim would like to harvest. Because he has found out the immense amount of data, the immense amount of knowledge that all of the Green holds. And so what Mr. Pilgrim is really offering is a partnership. Now that's where we pick up with Levi, and he has made his way to Jennifer's apartment, going in to check up on her to see how she is doing, only to find her entire apartment has been just thrown apart. This place has been ransacked, and he is trying to figure out what happened here. Because right now, she is the only hope at discovering Prescott's true motives, believing she is the only person that Levi can trust. And as Levi begins to look around the apartment, looking for any sign of what may have happened to her, this is where he sees a lonesome flower sitting on the windowsill. Reaching out to this flower, he asks the flower, "Who did this?" And the flower shows him all of the memories that it is holding. And the memories it shows is Mr. Harper, kind of the enforcer for Prescott Industries. And seeing all of his men come in, seeing them ransack the entire apartment, seeing them kidnap her and take her away, Levi is filled with a boiling rage. And for the first time since all of this began, Levi reaches out for the Green. He reaches deep into it. And this isn't to discover, this isn't to find some kind of lost memory. He is reaching into the Green, and he is doing it with a purpose. And talking to the Green, he has one simple question: where is Jennifer Reese? And I think this is a very pivotal moment for Levi, because up until this point, he hasn't actively gone into the Green looking to enact some kind of vengeance, some kind of hatred upon somebody. Most of the time when he has used the Green, it has to do with him trying to figure out what's going on, trying to figure out what the Green is, or simply just defending himself. But now, with one goal in mind, Levi is headed directly for Prescott. Now, picking back up at Prescott Industries, we have Mr. Pilgrim and Jennifer. The two of them, they're going over all the information that Mr. Pilgrim has discovered. And what he is telling her is that this is not the first Swamp Thing. The first Swamp Thing that they discovered dates back to the 1700s. There was a discovery of a petrified corpse of one of the Swamp Things. And digging into this, we had a scientist, Eric Prescott. He started to really uncover and discover what the green is, what it is capable of, and what kind of power you can harness from it. And Prescott, with his discoveries, with these advancements in technology and medicine, he founded Prescott Industries. And with its foundation, it is all built on the Swamp Thing and what they took out of that forest. But what Harper really wants her for is to continue her research here in his laboratory. Because the entire time she's been trying to figure out how to separate Levi from the Swamp Thing. And so he is giving her the opportunity to have unlimited resources to be able to investigate and figure out how to do this. Because that's exactly what Mr. Pilgrim wants as well. Though he definitely has different motives, with his motives being vastly more sinister. But at the end of the day, he sees it as both of them getting what they want, regardless of her reasons, regardless of his reasons, and him wanting to essentially data mine everything that the Swamp Thing has. He believes that their goals are the same nonetheless. Not only that, he firmly believes that whatever is inside of Levi, that it belongs to Prescott, and he is going to get it one way or another. And in the midst of this conversation, he gets interrupted with an alarm going off. With this alarm blaring, all the defenses go up, everybody is getting prepared, believing that this is Levi knocking at the door, letting him know that Jennifer is inside the building, that they want a peaceful transaction. No one has to get hurt in this. He just needs to turn himself over. But what they quickly learn, that this is in fact not Levi. This is Jacob. This is the brother of Levi who has taken on some other avatar. And we saw that happen in the last couple of issues. We saw him essentially embody the other part of the green, the one of fire and hate, the one who wants to put human beings in their place. And looking up, realizing this isn't Levi, they just realized they are screwed, because any kind of leverage they had prior to this does not exist. With this not being Levi, with it being Jacob, Jacob doesn't care about Jennifer, he doesn't care about Prescott, he doesn't care about saving lives. He has come to bring this entire place down, and that is because all of this belonged to his ancestors. Every discovery that Prescott has ever made belongs to his ancestors, belongs to that jungle, belongs to the people that were there first. And it doesn't take long for Jacob to be able to get inside, and he starts tearing down these walls, with concrete crumbling all around them. Jacob finds himself face to face with Mr. Pilgrim and Jennifer. Knowing that they would try to escape, knowing they would try to flee from here, he cut them off, and he has come to make them pay. Pay for everything that they have done. Pay for everything that they have taken from them. And as he goes in to kill Mr. Pilgrim, this is where we see the arrival of the Swamp Thing. Taking the brunt of his attacks, he tells Jacob that they can't do it like this, that they will stop them. They will stop Prescott together, but they can't do it like this. Turning to Jennifer, he tells her that she needs to run. And as Jennifer makes her escape, the battle begins. Brother versus brother. And Jacob is not happy right now. He is not happy because after everything they have done, after everything that they have taken from them, his brother is still sitting here defending them, protecting them. But Levi, the Swamp Thing, he lets him know that I'm not protecting them. What I am doing is protecting you. And as the two brothers battle on, we see Jennifer being able to make her escape in a helicopter, with Mr. Pilgrim appearing to be activating some deep cryo system. We can only assume that it's meant to freeze everything inside the facility. This is a great way to be able to trap the Swamp Thing. And so with the countdown beginning, that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like I've said 1,000 times over, Since the beginning of this, since everything Ram V has been doing from Marvel to DC Comics, Ram V is the best writer at DC Comics right now. And this Swamp Thing story has been absolutely phenomenal. And that ending is absolutely fantastic. And I say that because Levi has come in not to protect them, but he's trying to protect his brother. He is trying to save his brother from becoming this corrupted, villainous soul. Because once you start murdering people, that's not something you can come back from. And he knows his brother better than anybody. He knows that is not who his brother is. But if he is going to go down that path, there may not be a redemption for him. And so the Swamp Thing wants to stop him from going down that path before it is too late. Not only that, we see Levi finally reaching into the green and using the Swamp Thing in a nature that he is really meant to be using it. This entire time, he has been extremely timid. He has been very nervous to tap into the green, to use it in any capacity. But with Jennifer being kidnapped, with his brother about to bring down the entire facility on every single soul inside that place, we are seeing Levi really start to come into his own and be the Swamp Thing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.